happened here in 1991, 1992, 1997, in the infamous tribal clashes, and also in the 2007-2008 period. The world has known of the butcher of Cambodia. This was before other butchers. Today, it will appear there is a butcher of Kenya in the making. We call on Kenyans to refuse to be intimidated in their own country. We urge Kenyans to be firm and to resist this deliberate effort to turn the National Police Service into a killer squad for hire by politicians, and the regime suffering acutely from legitimacy deficit. We are going beyond merely condemning this emerging pattern. We have instructed our lawyers to prepare and institute local proceedings against police officers who have gone against their duty of protecting life and property of Kenyans and instead have become a threat to the very citizens they're supposed to protect. In this regard, we are appealing to all Kenyans who have photographic or video evidence of police brutalizing citizens to share the same with us to aid the case that our legal team is working on. Going forward, we appeal to Kenyans to resort to citizen journalism and photograph and film state officers, including police and politicians who in the course of duty abuse and brutalize their fellow citizens. Because the regime has decided to turn all institutions of the state against the citizens, we have no option but to act to protect ourselves. We are going for individual responsibility and culpability against individual officers. We are also going for individual culpability against police commanders whom we have reason to believe know or ought to know about the illegal actions of their officers under their command. We stand in solidarity with victims of this police brutality and their families. We will be visiting from tomorrow, and we will offer support to offset costs and help lessen the burden on the families. We have made a decision to observe 5 days of mourning in solidarity with the victims and their families, during which we'll try our level best to mobilize support to help lessen the burden on the families of the victims. But we are not giving up in our quest to force William Ruto to lower the cost of living, to commit the audit of the 2022 elections, to bipartisan reconstitution of the IEBC, and respect for political parties, including the Jubilee Party. And this afternoon we are pleased to learn of the High Court intervention where orders have been issued, and the legitimate Secretary General of Jubilee, the Honorable Jeremiah Kion, is here with us. We'll give him a minute to share the good news with us. Consequently, we announce that our protests will resume on Wednesday, 19th July 2023. In the meantime, we proceed with the collection of signatures against Ruto on both digital and manual platforms. We notice the Communication Authority has joined the war against Kenyans by trying to cripple